begin with breaking news at 5. Police swarming the area around the Brook Courthouse in Boston after a stabbing. There they are on the sidewalk after an EMT is stabbed. Police have now shut down the area around that courthouse.
We have Team 7 coverage, starting with 7's Eric Kane, live at the scene here at 5 o'clock. Eric?
Adam, police are now starting to clear the scene, but there is still a big police presence. You can see down New Chardon Street, right outside of the courthouse, an ambulance right next to a police car, and then just down here, if we just pan to the right, you can see more police down here towards the front entrance of the courthouse. This is where we know that a stabbing happened earlier this afternoon. I actually came here just a few moments after it happened, and when I walked up to the crowd of people, there were police and EMTs running all over the place. A young man ran up to me and he said that he was being treated for a skateboard injury. He was skateboarding and he fell, and they called an ambulance to help him. And they were bandaging him up. They gave him a cooling pack, and he said that out of nowhere, someone came up and then started to attack one of the EMTs relentlessly. He said that there was blood everywhere and that it was a chaotic scene. He didn't know what happened. He didn't know what provoked that attack. And we do have a picture of evidence that police collected on scene. It's a pair of scissors next to some blood and some evidence markers that was here earlier. They have just cleared it away, but obviously that being taken into evidence right now. We did see a woman inside of the ambulance being taken out in handcuffs, then put into a police car. And if we come back live, she was driven a very short distance just from where the ambulance was down to the police station right near Government Center. And she was in the back of the police car, detained. We don't know who she is. We don't know her name. We don't know exactly her connection to all of this, but clearly she is a person of interest, someone that they at least want to talk to. She was smiling as they drove her through the Sally Port into the police station, but we do understand that there was a stabbing. It's a non-fatal stabbing. A skateboarder who was being treated for an injury said that it was an EMT worker that was attacked here. But again, that woman is expected to be okay. We're live in Boston. Eric Kane, 7 News.
And 7's Justin Bork is also live outside the courthouse. Justin, what are you seeing or hearing right now?
Well, we were here pretty early on scene, so we were able to see the evidence even before they started placing evidence markers there. Now, we heard Eric talk about what we heard from that skateboarder, that this appeared to be an EMT who was stabbed with a pair of scissors. And the reason I say scissors, Eric pointed this out, but I want to show you again. Right over there, you can see there's a small tree and a continued police presence over there. There was a pool of blood that was fairly sizable and a pair of scissors that looked like any pair of office scissors that you might see. They were broken off at the tip, so that would fit what we're hearing, which suggests that those pair of scissors may have been used in the stabbing. Now, this is fortunate that it happened at the Edward Brook Courthouse. There were a lot of first responders over here, a lot of police in the area. There's actually a police station right near where we're standing. So this person who was stabbed was able to get help very, very quickly. You're seeing right over there some of the continued police presence at the other end of the courthouse. The street has since reopened. Police are still out here, though, processing the scene. We actually spoke with a few courthouse security officers who got here even before we did, and even they were unclear on exactly what had happened. It sounded like this happened very quick, even before other people who were along the sidewalk were able to process it and see what happened. So we're still chasing a little bit more information from police as far as what we're hearing from witnesses, trying to corroborate all of that information. We're trying to learn more about that person that Eric mentioned who was taken away in a police cruiser after being in an ambulance for a little bit, taken away in handcuffs, and we are awaiting more word on that person who was stabbed. But again, this is a non-fatal stabbing. We can confirm that at that time. As far as traffic, those who are coming through here, New Chardon Street is open again, but there is still a crime scene, so people should be aware of that and plan for delays. We'll report more information as soon as it's available once we get an update from police here on site. For now, we're live at the Edward Brook Courthouse. Justin Bourne, 7 News.
Where again, we are seeing it looks like the road is back open, so they've cleared or processed most of that scene. The EMT, though, had to be rushed to a local hospital to get treatment. Let's go over to Caitlin McCauley. She's live at MGH with what we know from there today. Caitlin?
Yeah, Adam, we do know that the EMT was taken here to MGH just a few minutes ago, actually. And earlier we saw a few SUVs unmarked they had flashing lights. We now understand that to be Commissioner William Gross as well as Mayor Marty Walsh. They're expected to give an update here at MGH here shortly as soon as they're briefed on all of the information as what's been going on this afternoon. Again, we do know that EMT was stabbed with non-life-threatening injuries. That EMT is being treated here at MGH. So we're waiting. We're on standby here as soon as the mayor and the police commissioner come out, as soon as their investigators tell them more about what's going on. They can then pass that information on to us, and we will, of course, bring it to you as soon as that happens. We're live at MGH. Caitlin McCullough, 7 News.
Caitlin, thank you. We do have a team of reporters working on this story, and again, there will be a news conference. We're told it'll happen in the next 15 minutes, and when it happens, we will bring it to you live, so stay with the news station for the latest updates this evening.
Sure. More bullshit from the Boston News. Christ's sakes.